Hi.
Hello.
Shannon.
And Tori.
Finally.
I'm finally here.
So we are doing, I guess, our first intro and
discussion.
That's about it. So, introduction, and you want to
I'm
do
Tori.
your own? Okay.
I'm Tori, 30, born and raised in Las Vegas. That's about it.
Go Knights. Go Knights. The topic for today is what got you started into the paranormal? What was your first experience? And what made you interested? Is it something new? Has it been your whole life? And these are going to be our stories. And then if you want, you can write a little comment down below.
Like, subscribe. We don't really
You
have
have to
them.
say
I don't know why
it.
I'm saying
Well,
it.
we're so we already said that we felt like teenagers because we're sitting on the floor.
Yes, just a little
I'm
bit.
recording on YouTube, but okay. Anyways, so do you want to start?
Sure.
Do you wanna start? Okay.
So I've always been into the paranormal, as my whole family is basically into the paranormal world. My first experience would be when, I want to say, I was in 5th grade. We were living in an apartment complex over on Nelson, Sahara, and my mom thought I was messing with...
Computer is freaking me out.
Sorry,
right
my
now.
computer is really freaking out. Which is where we have the phone kind of just sitting on top of it. Anyways, we were staying in these apartments on Nelson, Sahara, and my mom, I was in the shower, taking a shower, and my mom kept telling me, stop messing with the radio. And I was like, Mom, I thought you were messing with the radio. And she's like, no, you're gonna electrocute yourself. And I'm like, dude, I'm not touching the radio. I'm still in the shower. And then I remember hearing the front door shut, she went outside, probably to go smoke a cigarette. And my radio turned off, and I heard a female voice come through, and it was like, Tori, and I was like, Mom!
Oh
and I freaked out so bad.
Oh my gosh.
And so my mom comes running in, and she's like, what? And I was like, why do you keep messing with my radio? And she's like, it wasn't me. And I was like, I'm done. I'm just done with this apartment. And that was pretty much my first experience.
And how long did you have to stay in the apartment?
I think we still lived there for another year, but I just never brought the radio in. I stopped listening to the radio while showering. In fact, today was the first time, I think, since I was in 5th grade, that I've listened to the radio while I'm in the shower.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I was like, it's fine. Dan's in the other room. I got this.
Was there anything else besides the radio that happened?
I mean, I've had a bunch of different occurrences. My grandma used to have a house on Charleston and Rainbow, right over by Psych Guy. And if you watched Judge Judy, the windows would start shaking, and we'd be like, what the fuck, dude? It sounds crazy, but I swear it happened. And in my grandmother's bathroom, when the women were showering, you would see a silhouette of a man.
Yeah.
But it was only when the women were showering, so it was really weird. So I mean, I've had many different occurrences. That whole area, I will tell you, is for sure haunted. Even the people at Psych Guy will tell you that.
Yeah, that whole...
Just
yeah,
that
I
whole
wasn't
area.
that far, but I think that was further than, Jones and Charleston. That was
It's just
probably
a Bermuda, I can't even say the word,
a
Bermuda Triangle.
of
Yes, because,
paranormal
yeah,
activity.
because if you think about it, when you go up and down Alta, you have no service. It's just the weirdest, and it just feels like it's a different area of the town. It's just this quiet little weirdness.
That's weirdness. Okay, so
Your experience.
my experience. Well, my first house that we lived in, Kimberly Circle, wasn't anything super crazy. It didn't really. I mean, I thought I saw somebody in the hallway, and that was super freaky. But, I was so young, I didn't really know, if or what, or nothing really else happened after that. But it got me that one thing that, made me question, well, did I really see that? I'm here alone, there's no reason. And so I could just kind of, started to think more about it, and then been religious, like, pretty much, but, like, with all different kinds of things. But I do believe in, like, what, I guess you could go in a hole in the ground. You have to go somewhere, and there's just been so many other experiences, and then, like, everybody's had so many experiences. They can tell you probably a billion stories of things that have happened. So either way, it stayed with me. And then once I moved into my first house,
Gardenia.
Which
Gardenia.
I wish I had more people that I could find on, like, Facebook or anything, because then they could tell the testimonials of Gardenia. That house, that was the first house that I got as a grown-up, and 2 people died. It was Grandpa, and it was my father-in-law at the time. And there was so much, and so many witnesses, like, and then it got to the point that my friends didn't want to stay the night anymore. They're like, I can't stay here. No, forget it.
There's just certain rooms.
I'm gone. And then, like, my son, you know, having experiences, and then my godson having experiences as, like, God, they
Colin
were
was
like
one or
2
two.
thing, and then Hayden was still in the crib, so he was probably, like, you know, 12 to 18 months. Yeah,
he wasn't
so, like,
even a
one
year yet, was he?
It was, like, right when he went, like, got old enough to kind of, like, stand in the crib, you know, and, like, bounce and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know how old that is. Maybe 8 months. I don't know. But either way, there could be so many stories. I don't know which one would be even
They're just
the scariest, or the one that, like, was the most, I don't know. I guess Colin in the hallway was probably one. What there? Well, no. And then my friend Brent stayed the night and saw a shadow figure walk into the room and walk out. Like, the door opened, and it was and it was dark, but there was light from, like, a far room kind of down in the hallway, so it was dim, but it was like he thought we walked in, and no, we weren't sleepwalking. Like, Hayden's a baby, he's not a man, he was, like, tall, and so he walked in and got something from, like, the desk area and walked out. Like, we're like, no.
Well, when I lived there, I had the quarters thrown at me, and I ran into the garage and was like, what the fuck just happened? I think that was, like, the first day I moved in there, too.
Yeah.
But...
And then, I guess Colin, so we gotta explain that one. So then the Colin thing is, that's my godson, and he was between, like, 1 and 2 at the time. Tori was over.
I was babysitting. You guys, like, went to, like, State Line or some shit for some reason. I don't even remember, like, because I had to watch him. You guys are in Pahrump, I think.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, you guys were in Pahrump, and I was babysitting.
Yeah. So, you want to tell that one since it was yours?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
So I was babysitting Colin, and he was asleep. Like, you guys left him with me asleep, and for some reason he woke up, and he wanted to go towards Hayden, so he, like, started walking towards the hallway, and then all of a sudden he, like, froze in the middle of the hallway, started screaming, and ran at me. And, like, so I just grabbed him, and I was, like, trying to calm him down, and I was like, what's wrong, Colin? What's wrong? And he just would not tell me. He just kept pointing to the hall, and he kept crying. And so I'm, like, grabbing my phone, and I'm texting Shannon. I'm like, you motherfuckers need to get back. Like, I don't know what's going on. He's crying. He's pointing down the hallway. The hallway's really dark. I don't want to look. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So it was just so, for like 45 minutes, he was crying, and he would hide from looking at the hallway to looking at the hallway.
Yeah.
Screaming.
And both deaths happened in the hall, like, within the hallway, because Grandpa died in the bathroom, and then my father-in-law died in that back bedroom.
This is the first time I've heard this, by the way, where they died. I just lived in the house forever and dealt with, like, Whew.
Yeah, so then my son's room, like if you picture the hallway, it's just straight back is just the door, and then it's the room. And his thing was, I would get woken up in the middle of the night to him screaming, like, oh my gosh, like he broke both of his arms, like I just don't even know. And I'd go into the room and he'd be standing up and like being in the corner of the crib, and he would just be pointing into the corner, like screaming and like no.
Yeah, that was
and
the first
so
time.
I stopped because it was happening so much. Like I took him out of that room, and then that room ended up becoming like kind of just storage, and then we put the computer in there. It was a computer room with, you know, and like
even when it was a computer room, like nobody really hung. Like before, when the computer room was where like
nobody really went in that room.
Yeah, we all hung out when it was in that room, but then when it
Yeah.
got moved to where Hayden's room was, like nobody hung out back there. Like
My friend Nicole lived like she stayed with me for like a year, and that's the room she stayed in. But when she stayed in there wasn't like she didn't say anything. Like there wasn't anything. So maybe she was just like, because she's really like a sweet, like maybe she's just a good spirit, and it was just like fuck, whoa,
Right.
don't want to be in here with this. Like I don't know, or maybe it just not. There could have been things, and she just didn't pay attention or didn't. You know, you don't notice if you don't believe.
yeah,
You know,
Out of
kind
sight,
of a
out of
thing.
mind.
Yeah, exactly. So
no, that makes sense.
that's our, I guess, experience.
If Ashley was here, she'd tell her story.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no. So there's Misty, Ashley, Brett, you.
Yeah.
Um,
Ashley's was crazy though. We were playing hide and go seek in the dark, and somebody she said it felt like somebody grabbed her head and smashed it into the counter, and we had to turn all the lights on, and she had a bloody nose.
that one was bad.
Yeah.
It got really like the worst. And then like at one point there was I like went out. I waited I waited until everybody left so they didn't think I was crazy. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna talk to them, you know, like because I didn't know what to do. Like there was so much, and it was getting worse, and like more
I feel
and
like
more
this
things.
is a house we could go investigate though, because nobody lives there.
We'd have to trespass.
I mean, technically you guys still own the house.
I should check the recorder's office. I bet you my name's still on it. I don't think that they did. I don't think they sold it. Anyways,
Exactly.
So that might be a video. I don't know. So, what was I saying?
I don't know, because that just like upset my stomach even thinking about it now. Okay.
Gosh. Oh, gosh. I don't
Anyways,
even
you were
remember.
talking to the ghosts.
Oh, yeah, that's not okay. So I waited, and I was like, listen, I know you're here. You can stay. Cool. Like, can you please stop? We know you're here. We know.
Yeah.
I don't need any more proof. I don't need anything else. You're scaring me. I don't like it. I think I know who you are, because I thought it would be the family members. It could have been anything, I guess. But I talked to him, and it stopped. And it stopped, really, until Tori moved in. And then I was like, oh no. Oh, your watch is talking now?
I don't know, it says I know you're here. Oh my god, like it was recording the whole time. You were talking, like I didn't even press it. He's like, I'm not sure I understand. Anyways,
Oh my
look, things are being so
God.
weird right now.
Okay, so we tried to set up the computer right now to do it from there, not from the phone, and
It didn't want to open. Like,
it was being so weird.
it kept closing. I'm like in the search bar. I kind of just usually
yeah,
search bar it.
like our Wi-Fi, like
And
it
it was-
shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Now my watch, like, we haven't even really touched it. My watch is like dead too. It has 6%, so I don't even know how it's still even functioning. Because usually, look, usually at this point
And
it dies.
I haven't saged my house yet, because there's good vibes, like, and I really haven't felt the need to until recently. And then I think I'm just gonna do it just to do it and get it
I think you should wait till
and
the
just
house
clear
is
the
empty,
energy. Well, yeah, I just moved in, so there's boxes everywhere and still unpacking. So maybe that's kind of why I waited. But even maybe just burning some, like, without the whole pushing
really
out
good idea.
cleanse. So, like, you know, I don't know how else to say it, but the expelling cleanse.
Yeah.
I mean, because even burning it isn't gonna be bad.
No.
And I have
it'll
white
help.
and I can burn white candles for good.
For protection.
Yeah. So, well, those are stories.
Yeah.
Unless we have any more,
If anybody wants to hear any more of our stories, go ahead and comment below.
we'll do story time.
Yeah.
We have a ton of topics. We sat down. We got a bunch of stuff that we'll be doing soon.
Topics, education, stories,
Yeah.
experiences, possible visiting other places and doing reviews.
Yeah. Yeah. We could do that. Maybe breaking into some places.
I'm pretty sure you're
And
still
exploring.
the owner.
Oh, we're gonna buy equipment and get more things, and I'm a little concerned. I don't know how long this video is. I'm so sorry if it's too long.
I'm sure other
right?
people have longer
It's-
videos.
Oh yeah, well, for sure. But like, you're so strong, like with it and attracting, and I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm so strong. Like, I'm a little. That's what I'm.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to definitely make sure that we protect ourselves when we go on investigations because we are very intuitive to things. So that's gonna be very important. Surrounding ourselves in white light, making sure things are done properly before we enter a place or even exiting a place to let like the paranormal know. Like, you guys, it was nice having fun with you, but you stay where you're staying. And we're going where we're going. Like,
You don't
that's
come.
how it's gonna
You
be.
don't come. No. You
So-
stay. We leave.
Right.
Yeah, and we have that. We know that. So, as long as we just do the right things in the right way and be respectful and
We're coming at it
realize,
with a positive situation,
yeah.
so we're gonna come out of it with a positive situation, not any other way.
absolutely.
We're definitely not gonna invoke people or invoke the situation. Like, I know a lot of paranormal investors are like, we don't go out there to do that. And I'm not talking down, but then like you see them and they start harassing it and they start antagonizing it. That's not gonna be something that we're gonna be doing.
Yeah, which runs into one of the other topics.
Yeah.
Actually, so. Or that was in the question and answers.
Yep.
Okay. Anyways, so Tori officially,
I'm
not. She is a person.
I'm here, I'm real.
She's here.
I'm not a ghost that she talks to.
That would have been a good one. Clickbait, meeting Shannon's ghost Tori.
Right.
There you go.
So we'll have many topics coming up. We're going to try doing this at least every other week, if not every week. So stay tuned.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
I gotta come up here. Because the computer was going crazy.